Going to a conference can change your life. Being a creator puts themselves out there, networks with people in real life, meet brands in real life, all the things can be life-changing. And we know that here at Sidewalker Daily because it's been life-changing for us. We have gone to conferences and have met future brands we end up consulting for. We've met friends that we've ended up collaborating with and made a ton of money with, right? Big partnerships that have flourish throughout friendships and just like meeting people, right? So that's why we're so big on going to conferences here at Sidewalker. We really believe in it. But this video, I want to help you get prepared. If you are watching it, chances are you're either going to a conference, looking to getting into them, and I want to help you get prepared. Our team actually just got back from a really big conference and we put our notes together and we're like, okay, how can our experience going to conferences help others watching? Now, the first thing you're going to want to do when you're thinking about going to one of these conferences is really put together like what your goals are. So our team specifically said, okay, this is what we want out of the conference. We are spending money to go, right? There's the hotel, there's the conference ticket, there's food, there's flights. It is expensive. So I always try to like actually map out what is my cost of going financially? Like, what does this look like for me to go from beginning to end? Because then it helps me kind of understand what's the ROI of this trip for me, right? Like, do I need to get one brand partner? Do I need to find someone to do a collaboration with? Like, what am I investing into my company? And even if it doesn't pay itself off right away, it's still a good way to measure the success. Then I can help align my goals to the said number. So if I'm like, okay, we're investing, and again, like obviously we're a company and we send a bunch of people, but if we're investing, let's just say $5,000 to go, then it's like, okay, well, what are my goals for this conference? I don't want to just go and dilly-daddle and just kind of walk around, right? Like I'm going to be like, okay, I want to leave there with, 10 business cards, whatever. I want to leave with another influencer I'm going to do a collaboration with or a partnership with, or meet other creators to help grow our accounts. Whatever your goals are, just having clearly defined goals will help you go into this conference as a business and not just like as a hobbyist. Again, if you're just going to have fun and walk around and meet people, that's fine. But you can still be a little bit strategic in your thought process so that you're just making the most of this trip. Like, you don't have to be there on like a crazy mission, but if you are treating yourself like a biz and you're trying to say, you know what, I want to put myself out there, I want to meet people, at least tell yourself, set some goals around what that looks like. Now, something that you guys all have to do is research the conference thoroughly, like research all the exhibitors that are going to be there. Ask yourself, who do I want to meet? What are some of the exhibitors or tables that I want to go and network with or get their business card? Or drop my media kit off to. Like, research those exhibitors, research the guest speakers, right? Even following them on social ahead of time, sending them a little message that you're going to be there, engaging with them on social ahead of time. Like, knowing the guest speakers is also helpful because then you can be strategic. Like, oh, I really want to meet this person, or oh, I'd love to network with this person, right? It kind of gives you that foresight. And if you're going to go to their session, you can, even get super strategic and plan questions. Like there often tends to be a Q&A section, right? Don't just get there and be like, what's my question? Plan that question ahead of time so that you can ask it, get the speaker's attention, and then after even go up to them and be like, I was the person that asked this question. So really think about, who's going so that you can make the most of this event. Now, obviously, you're going to want to prepare all your materials as a creator. What does that look like? Potentially your portfolio. Maybe it's your media kit, right? Maybe you want to have a good 2-page media kit so that you can print and show it. Is it business cards? Is it a digital business card, one that you put on the back of your phone? How are you going to vibe with people? I'm old school. I like a good old business card, but we also have a digital one. I have creators who have like their QR codes on their media kits. Now, if you need an example of a beautiful 2-page media kit, we do have one inside of our Pitching to Brands Master course. It is a media kit that you can definitely recreate and use with you in conferences to, again, print and show when you are networking and going to different exhibitors' booths. I've had creators even walk around with their iPad and they have like their media kits up on there. Again, just getting prepared with your materials. Like, what do you need promotionally to help you sell, which is really help you to meet brands or network with whoever collaborators you want to network with. And I think it's always helpful to plan your schedule, y'all. If you're going to be going to any of these conferences, plan your schedule. Say, okay, what are the sessions you're going to be going to? Are you going to be taking a lunch? Are there networking events? Are there mixers? And you don't have to go to all of them. But again, it's just having a schedule set for yourself so that you really take advantage of the money that you're putting into this event, because your time is money. You probably have to take time off work. So just being like, how can you maximize your day? Planning a schedule ahead of time is always very helpful. Now, we talked about engaging on social media ahead of time and engaging with guests or the conference itself, see who's commenting. If they have a Facebook group, get in there, put yourself in a space where you are chatting with other people. But there's also this strategy that works really well and has happened to our team. Let's just say we're going to watch a speaker. We will story it and tag the speaker and say, this was so great seeing the speaker. And so many times the speaker has reshared our story or DM'd us saying, thank you so much. And it's opened that door of communication so that we can network with them. So we call this using live strategies while you're at the conference, like plan to, post in real time and not necessarily on your feed, but more through stories to, again, leverage those networking opportunities using like common hashtags, seeing who else is using those hashtags so that you can like kind of see, oh, this person's also there. Oh, this person's also there. Again, really thinking about this deeply and strategically so that you can not only see who's at the event, but use it as a way to open up conversation. Now, there are some conferences that you do get to set up meetings with vendors or exhibitors or speakers. They'll have some sort of like incentive. Prepare for those, right? Now, we talked about earlier preparing for speakers, but prepare for any sort of like one-on-one networking sessions so that you feel like good about showing up, and it's not always just preparing it with, about me. Come with ideas for the person that you want to talk to, right? Yes, they're interested in you, but they're more interested in what you can do for them. I had a creator going to a conference. She was in our inner circle. She's like, how do I prepare for this? What do I do? And we were just saying, you know what? Just shoot some ideas for them. Find something that works for them. And get them pumped about you and how your brain works and the creativity that you bring to the table. Now, if you are a creator that is going to conferences, like this video, let me know, or a creator that's interested in learning more about conferences, I'm happy to put resources together for y'all, but like this video because it tells me that you want to learn more about live events, networking events for creators, and then we can create those resources for you guys. Now, something people don't like to talk about when it comes to like creator events, which is because it's like all the logistics, is that logistics, your hotel, your Ubers, your planning, making sure you have your credit cards, all the preparation that you need to make this event a success for you logistically, like just planning ahead of time and having all of that done. We always tell creators like little things like snacks and water, like you don't know if they're gonna have lunch on site. There's a vending machine, again, healthy, whatever you want, but go into it. Like, again, we always say, bring some water, maybe it's like, again, little snacks or granola bars in your bag. So you just feel like, again, from that logistics standpoint, prepared and good to go. Now, one of the most important parts, y'all, of going to conference doesn't even happen at the conference. It's the post-conference follow-up. How do we not let all that momentum go to waste? How do we follow up with people that we met, set up calls with people that we met, send our media kits to brands that we met? Strategic, y'all. Now, obviously, the day after a conference, people are usually exhausted and they're not ready, but you don't want to let too much time pass. You really want to, leverage this time right after. You don't want to wait a couple of weeks because the energy is done. So I would say the week after the conference, go ahead and send those follow-ups, set up those meetings, with people that you vibed with, connected with. And remember, it doesn't always have to be brands. It could be another creator that you clicked with and you're like, hey, we should do a giveaway together. Or do you want to go live together? Or do you want to do story takeovers? Like whatever that looks like. It's not always with brands, but thinking about how do I make the most of this opportunity, not just in the present moment, but in the future. How do you guys do that? Follow-ups is important, so that you don't let the ball go on that. All right, you guys, I hope this video has been helpful in helping you prepare for conferences. Like I said, for me, they are magical. You're gonna meet people, everyone's in a good mood, everyone's excited to meet people. Remember, if you're talking to a brand, do not forget this. They are paying to be there, okay? And I know that because we have sponsored conferences. We're literally paying to meet you, okay? We want to meet you. So the more people that come up to our booth, the better. The more people that engage with us, the better. Shoot your shot, which actually leads to a tip that I forgot, and I'm happy if you stuck around, then you got to get this one, is practicing your elevator pitch. Practicing that about you, being able to meet someone and say, hi, my name is Zena Zeta, and I'm the co-founder of Sidewalker Daily. We're a community of 150,000 creators and influencers. And, being able to have that one-liner, who are you? Because so many times you guys are so many things, right? So kind of leaning in and having confidence in that opening elevator pitch when you're networking is also super important. And like I said, brands want to meet you. So please don't be intimidated and go up to them, say hello, and put yourself in these spaces, because when you're at the event, everyone wants to chat, and meeting in person is so much easier than a cold email, especially because even if you just say hello or have a quick little chat, then you can follow up and you're going to find oftentimes that decision maker or an actual person's email instead of just like a random email. Okay, guys, let me know if this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.